welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be learning how to link web pages together. In our previous class we talked about headings and paragraphs, and just in case you're new to my channel, I just want you to click on the subscribe button and the bell notification just in case I put up a new video. Alright, thank you. Now we're going to go on to this tutorial. I already had a folder. Then I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call this HTML links. Okay, and I'll go into this folder. I'm going to create a new file for my test editor. And in this file, I'm going to say doctype HTML head title, okay, linking web pages. Close the title tag, close my head tag. Now whenever you're creating web pages, it's very important you do these things, because these are the structure of every basic web page. Okay, so you create a body tag, and whenever you're creating a tag, always close it if it's not an empty tag. Now today we're going to be learning how to create links on web pages. So links are the building blocks of every web page. So every website you visit, they have links. So links are the things we click. That's what directs you from one page to another. Okay. Now also in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you what they call attributes. Okay. You know, in HTML, attributes are form of properties on every tag, on a tag. So it defines the property of a tag. Okay. So every tag has its attributes. Okay. Now for example, attributes are mainly declared on the start tag of every HTML element. Okay, for example, we have the language attribute, and it's declared on the HTML tag. Say lang, you say equals. You can specify the language, English. If there's a nativity, maybe US or Great Britain or whatever. Okay, so for the sake of this, I'm going to use English US. Okay, let me save this. I'm going to save this document on my desktop, web tutorial, links, and I'm going to call this index. Okay, I'm going to call this index.html. Okay, then I'm going to click save. Alright, now you can see, now every attribute, you give it a name, then the attribute value. This is the syntax for creating an attribute. So it's always specified on the start tag of every HTML element. So this is the language attribute. It has the name lang. You give an equal to sign, then you put a double quote or single quote, then you put the attribute value. Okay, alright, so creating a links on a web page, we use the tag called the anchor tag, anchor, and it starts with A. Okay, so we're going to create an A tag. Let's say we're going to create a link to our, let's say, service page, services. You put an anchor tag. You have a products page. Then we also have the about us page. Okay, now when we create this, if I save my document and I go back to the folder and run this file, it's gonna open up my browser. Then you're gonna see the tags that we've created. Okay, this is it. Now see the heading, linking web pages. It has services, product, about us. Now if you notice, these anchor tags, so-called, we created in our test editor, it doesn't look like a link. Alright, now to give the property for these tags to become a link, we're going to have an attribute called the href. Okay, href simply stands for hypertext reference. This is where we're going to link our pages, or rather link this particular tag to a particular page, or it could be a website, it could be another website, it could be a URL. You just have to specify the source of that page. Okay, so for this sake, I'm going to create I'm going to give it a name, give it a value called services.html. okay, and I'm going to give this one href equals, you see the name of the property is href, that's the name of the attribute. Then the value, you always put a double quotes. I call this one products.html, and I'll do the same thing here, say href. So the href attribute is simply used in linking page, alright, linking one page to another. So I'm going to call this about.html. okay, so when I save my page and go back to my browser and reload, you see now it looks like a link. Alright, now it's clickable. So when I click on this link, it's going to tell me file was not found, simply because it couldn't find the file called services.html. okay, now what we're going to do here, also speaking about attributes, okay, there's also an attribute called the title attributes. What does the title attribute does? It simply gives us a tooltip on every tag. That is to say, when you hover your mouse to a particular tag on your web page, if you wanted to pop up something like a tooltip, you can also do that. So you use the title attribute, and nevertheless you can add more attributes in every tag. It doesn't matter the number of attributes you're adding, but attributes always have the same syntax. So I'm going to add another attribute called the title. So it has the title, put an equality sign, and I'm going to write this time around, say this is our service. Okay, this is, let's say it's a link to our service page. Alright, so this is the title attribute. So when I hover my mouse on this tag on a web page, it's going to pop this up as a tooltip. Okay, so I'm going to save it. Okay, then I'll go back and I reload my page. Remember, I'm talking about attributes here. Attributes gives us special properties to a particular tag. So when I hover my mouse down to services, you see it has, this is a link to our service page. But when I hover this here, it doesn't do anything. So if you want to create a link or a tooltip for your tag, you can use your service or the title attribute. Okay, so I'm going to give this here just in case. Alright, then I'm going to do the same thing here. So okay, then I'm going to call this products. I'm going to call this about us. So when I save it, go back, reload the page, you see if I hover the mouse on every link, it shows us a tooltip on every page. So this is how to use the title attributes. Okay, so if you want to create a tooltip for your page. Okay, now we've created this, we've specified these references or this hypertext reference for our tags. Let's go create the pages that it will link us to. Okay, alright, so thank you. So what I'm going to do now is going to go back to that same folder. Alright, then okay, I'm going to create a new file, and now I'm going to call this file, I'm going to do the same thing, same doc type. You see, every HTML page has these features. So you cannot be writing doc type, HTML, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. Okay, I'm going to give it a head, title. I'm going to say this is, okay, rather I call this about us. Okay, then in the body I'm going to use a heading now for this. Okay, let's say h2, then say about us. And I may just want to draw a horizontal horizontal line across the page. I just give a paragraph and say this page tells the about our company. Alright, okay, so this is what I'm gonna do for this one. Alright, so I'm gonna save my page on the same folder. Okay, I'm gonna call this now about.html. I'm gonna save it. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing for the rest of the page I'm gonna create. So what I'm gonna do here to save time, I'm gonna copy and paste. I'll create a new page. Create a new page now. I'm just gonna paste it and call this one products. This page tells the word about our products. Then it's gonna be products. Okay. Then I'm gonna save. I'm gonna call this save it on the desktop. Same folder. I'm gonna call this products dots. Oh come on. Products.html. Okay, save. Okay, then I'm gonna create another one called what's the name again? Let's check. Okay, we have services, products, and about. Okay, so I'm gonna create another one called services. Okay, so I'm gonna save this, paste it, call this services. Alright, our services. Then about our services. Okay, I'm gonna save this page. And I call this services.html. Okay. Alright, now we have created our pages. Okay. So I'm just gonna reload. Okay, now if you notice, if I open the products.html, you see it tells us this page tells us what about our products. Close the link. Then if I open this one, same thing, services and about, same thing about. Okay, now I'm gonna link these pages in from this main home page. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is give it a name. Okay, these products, services, about. All right, then and make sure the spelling is the same name or the same spelling on your file name. Okay, so I'm gonna save everything. I'm gonna reload the page and I click on services. It takes us to service page. Get it? All right. And I click on back. I go to products. You see, it takes us to the product page. I click on back. I go back to about us and about page. Now, looking at this, and it's not actually always advisable. Whenever you're creating a web page or a website, always try to create links on every page that can link you back to the home page. Okay, so if you notice, I've been clicking it back, forth, and back and forth. So we're going to create links on these pages, all right, so that it can take us back to the home page. Okay, so in other words, I'm going to go back here. Let me just copy one. I'm going to paste it. So I'm going to call this one now home. All right, then I'm going to give this. I'm going to call this one now, the home page will now be index.html because that's our home page. So when I click on this page, this link is going to, in other words, reload the page. Okay. Alright, so when I go back there, click on reload, it's going to home page. See, it takes me back to this page. But if I still go back to services, I cannot go back to the home page. So what I'm trying to say is this. In order for me not to click back on my page, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy, you're going to create a link. Always ensure you create a link on your web pages that will take you back to your home page. So I'll go back to the about.html. So before the about us, I'm going to paste it here. Okay. Then I'm going to go to the services page. I'm going to paste it here. Alright. Then also I'm going to go to the product page. Okay. Then I'm going to paste it here. Alright, so you notice now all our pages have the same navigation link. Okay, so we can link each and every one of them. So when I go back and reload this same page, if I click on services, you see services.html, and you see we still have the link. I can from services go to, oops, wow, 50% traffic. Oops. Okay, the products, to about us. So you see I have links in all the pages, and I can also go back to the home page without clicking the back button. So thank you guys for watching. I just show you how to create links on a web page. So always remember to hit the subscribe buttons and click on notification if you like my video, and more videos is going to come on our next tutorial. Thank you so much.